Hey, yes, 1 month down with alternate day fasting. I did it, and I'm super excited to share with you guys of my results of doing 1 month of alternate day fasting. So let's go ahead and get started right after this intro. Hey, what's up, fasters? If you are new to this channel, like always, if you want to follow my journey of actually trying to lose 40 pounds with doing alternate day fasting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Why have you not subscribed? If you keep on following me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, like this video if you like this video, as well as hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos of my journey of losing 40 pounds with alternate day fasting. We also talk about other fasting videos. So let's go ahead and dive into my results. So I'm going to go in more depth about this, go into specifically what I have actually lost. And that picture you saw in the thumbnail, that actually, I already lost, I think, 9 pounds, roughly, so it isn't completely accurate. So I'm going to show this image right here. This is a little bit further back, but this is when I was, about 234, 35 pounds. As you guys know, I was about, before I started this journey, I was 239.7 pounds. Back looking at my log, that's how much I weighed. So almost 240 pounds when it came to looking at that. So this is more of an accurate depiction of where my weight was when I first started this journey. I didn't take a picture. I know, my bad. The reason I didn't is because I've taken selfies so many times as far as like, okay, here's the beginning of my journey. You do it for a couple weeks and then you don't. So I've looked through my phone and I've done these several times. And lo and behold, of course, as I'm actually successfully going through and losing weight and continuously doing alternate day fasting week by week, I didn't take a picture at the very beginning. I didn't take it until I have already lost 9 pounds. So that thumbnail you guys saw, that is me also losing already 9 pounds. But there's still a big difference from, that was pretty much a week and a half, I think, roughly into doing alternate day fasting, because I lost 7 pounds the first week. And then, a few more pounds, obviously, half week into it. So that, looking at that comparison from now to like 3.5 weeks ago, pretty big difference. But going ahead, pulling up this picture again, right here you kind of see, I want you guys to guess how much I actually lost with doing 1 month of alternate day fasting. I'll reveal the answer at the end of the video, so go ahead and leave in the comment section below is what you guys think. First, how much I lost in actually my waist size. That's what I'm going to go over. How much I actually lost in, I also measured from my butt to waist because I have a really big bubbly butt. So how much inches I lost from that, as well as how many inches I lost in my thigh. And then in the comment section below, how much you guys thought I lost in weight. Now you have to leave in the comment section below before I answer these at the end of the video. So make sure to type in your answers in the comment section. So I first want to just talk about the exercise, what my update with doing exercise. I love your guys' comments, your guys' support from last week's video. It was a little bit more of a struggle from last week's video. So I really do appreciate your guys' comments and encouragement. Keep me going. I did actually narrow it down to 5 days out of the week of exercise versus 6. Some of you guys were commenting, probably I was doing too much. And I kind of agree. I think I was burning myself out a little too much. And, I kind of changed up my routine a little bit. Now, what I have noticed is that I've also been measuring how fast I'm getting. I've gone from pretty much running 10-minute miles. Now I'm running about close to 9 minutes and 15-second minute miles. So I'm definitely getting faster, even just over this last week. I think I went from 9:45 to 9:15 a minute miles. So that's a pretty big difference within just, a week. So I'm definitely getting faster, stronger. Even when I'm lifting, I'm able to put more weights when I'm doing bench pressing, even just starting to be able to do pull-ups, being able to do more sit-ups per rep. I'm finding that I'm getting stronger as I'm doing the alternate day fasting. Now, as far as my calorie intake, some people are concerned that I wasn't consuming a lot. My bad. That picture you guys saw from the last video, I actually did not put in my last meal. So that wasn't an accurate interpretation of what the amount of calories I was consuming. So my bad. Looking back at all my logs, I'm roughly actually consuming about 24 to 2,500 calories when I have my eating day. So that's, I would say that's probably good enough. I don't think I need to eat any more than that. I usually tend to get full. I feel like I can't eat more than that. And really, as far as the ratios, I do consume quite a bit of vegetables. So I'm still getting about 50% carbs, and a lot of those carbs are coming from my vegetables. And I also get about 30% of my intake is fats and 20% is roughly my proteins. And that's a good balance, I would say, for most people to have that balance. As long as your carbs are a lot of it's being vegetables and not just simple carbs and, processed carbs and stuff like that. So before I dive into the measurements, I want to talk about what I have noticed in my own health. I think with fasting, those are things that should be kind of your ultimate goal is looking at for health. So yes, I'm using this for losing weight, but I also want to actually improve my health. I'm in my mid-30s and, I have kids and I want to be able to live long and healthy to see my kids, see my grandkids. And so these are things that I need to keep on implementing. And what I have noticed, the biggest thing that I noticed, I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, it's been a long time since I've had a headache. And normally when I do fasting, I'll have headaches quite often. And since I've done this, so I haven't had a headache for a month now, which is really huge for me because I would have at least 1 or 2 headaches a week, especially with fasting. It just depends if I got enough water intake or if I had electrolytes, I would tend to get headaches. But since I've done this alternate day fasting for now a month, it's actually been a couple days over a month, but I have not gotten any headaches, which is amazing for me. I've also found increased energy because of just the exercise and able to keep up with that. I feel more motivated. I feel more happy. These are just things that are great when it comes to fasting. It keeps you motivated. And, the initial week or two, first 2 weeks, I would say, was really difficult. And it is for most people who start doing alternate day fasting is try to avoid the temptation of eating and be able to pass through. And if you guys are new, I do 36 hours of fasting and then eat in about a 12 to 10 hour window span is what I do. And that's how I do my alternate day fasting. Okay, enough with that. I know you guys want to know what the results are. Health is really great, but you also want to know the measurements. So I did these measurements. I wasn't at first initially measuring with a tape measure. And that's something that people were suggesting. And I forgot to do that because I've done that in the past. So I took my measurements of where I was at particular weights of measuring, my waist, also from my butt to my waist and my thigh. So I have done these in the past and have them recorded in my phone, a year ago or 2 years ago. And I kind of looked at the weight and where I comparison. So these are not exact because I wasn't doing the tape measure until like about 2 weeks ago. So these are just from about a year ago when I was at that particular weight. So when I was about 235 pounds, roughly, looking at the waist size, my waist was 43 inches. Now I was 235 pounds, not 239.7 pounds. So I'm not sure what my waist, it could have been a little bit bigger than that, but I'm just taking that note. And so I went from 43 inches of my waist to 38.5 inches. That's huge. Be able to have 4.5 inch reduction in your waist. And I've noticed that a lot with my clothes. A lot of my clothes are fitting. There's actually clothes that I have not been able to fit on for a while, which is great. So having that's great. So the next thing is also measuring from my butt to my waist of the differences there. So again, when I was about 235 pounds, I measured this. My butt to my waist was 47 inches. And from just today's reading, my butt to waist size in inches was 43.75 inches. So in that area, I lost 3.25 inches. I have a big bubble butt, so, it's nice to kind of reduce that, but that's big for me as well. All right, so let's go in looking at my thigh. So where I was for measurement for my thigh, I was 26 inches. This is when I was roughly 235 pounds. And then today's measurement, it was 23.5. So I lost about 2.5 inches from that. So that's also really big because that does help with being able to fit on pants easier. All right, the big one that everybody really wants to know is how much I lost as far as weight in pounds in 1 month of doing alternate day fasting. And if you haven't, leave in the comment section below what your guesses are. Leave that in the comment section below to see if you are correct. So what did I lose? So if you remember the very beginning of the journey, I was at 239.7 pounds when I looked back at my log. Now that was really close to, considering with the BMI measurements, I was 0.3 pounds from being in the obese category because I am 6 feet and 2 inches tall. And that really scared me. And looking at that and realizing that I really need to change, because over the holidays, I gained quite a bit of weight just this last holidays. And in mid-January is when I decided, it's time to just really start implementing alternate day fasting. So I went from 239.7 pounds to, guess what? 220 pounds. So I am almost halfway through my journey of losing 40 pounds. So that's almost 20 pounds in 1 month. That's huge. I don't think I've ever lost that much weight in that short amount of time. And I mean, I've done 7-day fast where I've lost, probably about 7 to 10 pounds, but then, I go back to my eating habits. But be able to lose almost 20 pounds in 1 month is huge. I know a lot of people, especially you guys, that struggle. I struggle with weight. I struggle with, things that I love to eat. Even though I'm a doctor and I promote health and nutrition, I do have my challenges too. And I'm finding that doing alternate day fasting is helping me not only implement fasting, but implement healthy eating habits and finally exercising more. I haven't exercised like this since before I was married. And it's great. Be able to have that happy mood, be able to feel healthy and have energy, and just continue and be motivated. So I hope this, guys, can motivate you guys with your own journey. If you're struggling, leave in the comment section below of what you're struggling with as far as your weight or with fasting. I'll listen. I try to comment as best as I can within like the first day or so of these videos. And if you guys are new here and still want to follow my journey and haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more of me, I do run another channel that actually helps people with ADHD, anxiety, and depression. You can click that subscribe button over here, and then check out if you haven't watched my journey on the alternate day fasting, check out this playlist, and then this playlist for other alternate day fasting videos. Until next time, this is Dr. LeGrand signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.